Maintaining proficiency takes a lot of practice, which equates to a lot of money. But we're going to show you how you can cut your ammunition bill by 1/3 to 1/4, and we're going to show you that right now. Hi, this is Todd from Sniping Rhino Ranch. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the tools we use out here at the ranch, specifically the 22 conversion bolt. At the end of the day, getting proficient with shooting requires one thing, and that's busting caps. But with ever increasing ammo prices and when ammo availability is difficult, like what's going on right now, that's easier said than done. So in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how does this thing work, the pros and cons that it has, and lastly, how you can save money in a relatively short amount of time so that this thing actually will pay for itself. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming homestead related videos. That being said, let's get to the video. So let's talk about how this thing works. Basically, this is a 22 conversion bolt that fires 22 ammunition that basically just replaces a bolt inside of your 223 or 5.56 AR. And if you look at a 22, the bullet in a 22 versus a bullet in a 5.56 or a 223, they're pretty much the same size. And I know you hear a lot about how powerful a 5.56 223 is, but at the end of the day, while it has a lot of speed, it's just 0.003 bigger. And so that means you can fire a 22 round out of your 223 5.56 barrel. And so you take out your 5.56 223 bolt and you just replace this in. If you look at the top, it almost looks like the casing for a 5.56 or 223. And so that will go inside your barrel. You have special magazines that you can purchase that look about the exact, they're the same size as a normal AR magazine, but they take 22, and it takes 25. This particular one takes 25, will hold 25 rounds versus a 30 round mag. And when it comes up inside, as you fire the weapon, it ejects it out and it will reload another one. And it's that simple. So let's go ahead and show you how easy it is to put this inside your 5.56 or 223 AR. So I have one of my boys' ARs right here. So when we want to do training using the 22 ammunition, basically all I have to do is hit the rear retaining pin here and open it up. I will pull out my 5.56 223 bolt and I will put my 22 conversion bolt in its place. Push the retaining pin back in and boom, I'm now gone from a full-size caliber AR to a 22 caliber AR. And it is that simple and that quick. So there's really two advantages to using a 22 conversion bolt versus just buying a AR chambered in 22 caliber. One of them is cost savings, which we're going to talk about later on in this video. The second one is what I personally think is the biggest advantage to using a 22 conversion bolt, and that is when you're shooting this and getting proficient with it using 22 caliber ammunition, you're using the exact rifle that's set up the exact way of the rifle that you're going to use for whatever that is, whether it's home defense, sport shooting, hunting, 3-gun, whatever it is you do. You get proficient in the firearm that you're going to be using when it's time to use it. I don't have to pay a bunch of money to buy the exact stuff to put on a 22 caliber AR, or I don't have to take this stuff off and transfer it. It's the exact same gun. It feels the same, it functions the same, and so that is probably the biggest advantage to using a 22 caliber AR. So what are the disadvantages to using a 22 conversion bolt versus a 22 chambered AR? Well, the biggest disadvantages has to do with malfunction drills and with magazine changes, specifically a combat or emergency reload. So with your malfunction drills, The biggest thing is, because this bolt's chambered for 22, your charging handle only goes back a fraction of what it would with a full-size round. And also, your forward assist does not work. I mean, it'll move, but it doesn't do anything. So you can create bad habits. Specifically on you can create a habit where you're not pulling it all the way back. The second disadvantage is this particular bolt does not lock to the rear after you fire your last round. And so when you do your magazine change, normally you'll drop your magazine, put your new magazine, and you'll just slap your bolt release on the side. With this, you can't do that. You have to actually work your charging handle here, and that chambers the round. And again, that can create bad habits. So for your magazine changes or your emergency combat mag changes and your malfunction drills, you probably want to do that with the actual 223-556 bolt in it. Let's talk about one of the biggest advantages of using a 22 conversion bolt, and that is moolah, money, the cost saving that comes with it. This particular bolt cost me $100 when I bought it. Currently, they're around $160 to $215, depending on which bolt you buy. Normally they'll come with one, but the upper price ones, the $215 ones, were coming with 3 of these 25 round magazines. So let's just go with the high end at 200, call it around $200. A 22 AR would probably cost anywhere from $400 to $800. So there's a price savings right there. But where it really saves you money is the difference in per round cost. When I looked them up online before I made this video, a 22 round was about 6 cents a round. We currently have pretty high ammo prices with everything going on. But a 223-556, and I went with the cheapest ammo I could find, steel cased wolf ammunition, was 29 cents per round. That's a 23-cent per round cost saving. And when you take that cost savings, that 23 cents per round, it really only takes 870 rounds before it actually will pay for itself. Now that may seem like a lot of ammunition, but when you're trying to build proficiency, you've got to shoot thousands and thousands of rounds. And so that is just a huge cost savings that you can do to get really good at shooting your weapon and not spending a lot of money. Okay, we talked about how it worked, we talked about the advantages and disadvantages, and we talked about the cost savings. Let's see how the boys do using this thing out on the range. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and leave a comment. Tell us how you maintain your proficiency. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming homestead related videos. This is Todd from Sniping Rhino saying, have a great day.